Pauly Shore. Do a Pauly Shore impression.
I don't even know.
Dead. He's like a surfer, like a gay surfer guy. You never seen Pauly Shore? You ever seen a Goofy movie? Or an extremely Goofy movie?
Neither of the Goofy Prince.
Oh my god.
Am I missing out? Tell me I'm missing out.
It's pretty good. It's pretty hilarious. But like he's Bobby Lee's friend.
Oh, yeah.
His mom's Mitzi Shore. Yeah.
Oh, his mom is Mitzi?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Isn't it?
Mitzi. Mitzi. She's dead. What did they call him in the movie?
Teth Adam, that's his name.
Seth Adam.
Teth Rogen.
Mm.
Black Adam review, Broke to Friday Payday edition.
The first time we do Payday live. It's pretty
live. It's literally like this is if you're watching this was recorded live, okay?
On a Friday.
Yeah, actually on Friday. It's gonna be
Payday.
released tomorrow, Saturday. And you haven't
Hopefully.
seen Black Adam. Spoiler alert, obviously. We got Black Adam, African American Adam, and then we got African American Panther coming up in November. But
Yeah. We have a lot to talk about.
so Black Adam got a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? From the critics with an 88% audience score. Which that makes sense, right?
Makes
like
fucking sense.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
of course, like the critic review is 40 on Metacritic with a 7.4 user score, which I mean, yeah, seems generally favorable. So right off the bat, what do you give it out of 10? You can use halves.
8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
8.5.
All right,
out of
that's
10.
a little higher than I was thinking, to be honest.
Really?
But 7.5.
7.5?
I give it
fair.
a 7.5. Like
Okay.
solid.
What was
you
your
know?
issues with it?
So okay, well let's go. Well, first we'll do what was good.
That was good.
Black Adam was pretty funny, right? There were all these quips and stuff, and the whole like, oh, I'm from 5,000 years ago, so therefore I don't understand you. We've seen that before, but it was still done pretty well.
Mm.
Highlight was of course Dr. Fate. So again, spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it. Dr. Fate, so good. Pierce Brosnan as Oh, it was like all his little quips and stuff when he's like sitting there with the helmet, just like, I'll let you two duke it out or whatever. You know?
Right.
So good. And it was a little annoying how he kept taking off his helmet and stuff, but I get it. They weren't really doing the Iron Man thing until the end where they kind of did the Iron Man thing where he's like, oh, I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you at the same time. But yeah, it was really good.
My thing with that is like, if you know the future, you're not gonna like, you're not gonna intervene when you don't need to intervene. They're not gonna kill each other. They're not gonna.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So he's just like watching. He's more just humble, I guess.
Yeah.
He's older than Doctor Strange. Like Stephen Strange is like a 30-year-old, and he's like more of like a 60-year-old guy.
No.
Like he's just watching.
Hundreds of years old. Remember?
Dr. Fate?
That was the whole thing. Okay. So again, spoiler alert. So right before he dies, when they go into the fight before he dies, he says like, when he's telling Hawkman, like, you've got to stay back. I've seen the future. And for the first time ever, I saw nothing. And it was beautiful. And straight when he said it, I was like, oh, don't say that. I was like so fucking sad. Like legitimately welling up because of how good the character was for the entire beginning of, like, for the entire movie, basically. Up until that little end part when he's like, well, you've all gotten attached to me. I've been a badass. I've been acting the shit out of this. Peace. And I was like, oh, which makes sense, I guess, if you think about it, because he's Pierce Brosnan. He's not going to be a contractor for like 12 movies like Marvel.
Yeah.
But you still leave that open with the ambiguity of who gets a helmet next.
Right. Because it's like a hand-me-down kind of thing, right?
And whenever you channel it, you channel all the past people as well.
Okay.
So that way he can be like, next person who puts it on he can be like, oh, hello, like here's your
kind of
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Okay.
I'll be mentoring you or whatever.
Interesting.
But it was so good, and he mentioned, like, he's like, I've lived hundreds of years because it's the helmets kept him alive for so long. He was also mentioning, I think, like World War One. He was mentioning stuff from like one of the first world wars.
Damn.
And then I mean, look old now implies he's pretty old.
Yeah, he's fucking old.
He's been doing it for a long ass time because
what's
the
up.
helmets kept him alive for that long.
Sick.
So
Yeah. So, and then also like Hawkman, like he also is like, oh, I don't care if I die, because he also has
he
like
knows he's gonna be reborn.
yeah, what's it called? Like
Rebirth.
yeah, but
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where him and his like lover just meet each other, they die, meet each other, they die. That's kind of like how their thing goes. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we'll just keep going with what's good. So it's good about the movie.
Hawkman was pretty fucking
he was pretty
badass in
legit.
his fights.
Yeah.
I know he was getting his ass kicked by Black
the
Adam,
whole
but the
time
way
he
he was like,
fucking
oh, like
liked.
I'm not gonna fucking give up, you know?
Yeah, because
He was never down.
he's not Superman. He's
No,
not
no.
he's not on that level at all.
Like he is
So-
technically a demigod,
Right.
but he's like they're gods. Like you understand? Like
he's
they're
like
gods.
powerful, but he's not like
All
he's not,
powerful.
Yeah, he's not like god level, tier level.
Yeah.
like
And again,
Shazam
like,
or Superman.
I was gonna say because they're magic too. So magic
Right.
you can kind of BS because
Mhm.
technically he has nth metal, which is indestructible, but because he's from an alien planet,
right.
you know. So
Hmm.
yeah, that was good, and the humor was pretty good too with fucking I was gonna say
Atom
Deadpool
Smasher.
with Adam Smasher. Yeah,
'Cause,
that was
yeah.
fucking funny, and the surprise cameo from Henry Winkler.
Oh yeah,
He was just like, "You
That's
better
pretty
keep
sick.
that soup good." And he's like, "It's a
Where-
vintage."
Where does that come from?
Um,
Is that something?
no, Henry Winkler. He was the Fonz, and he's like really
Yeah,
famous.
but like, how does that equal like Atom Smasher?
Let's find out. Let's see.
Henry Winkler,
Adam-
Atom Smasher, or something.
No, because I'm assuming he's the original one. So Adam
Just put Henry
Smasher.
Winkler and see how they connect.
I don't know, uncle. So we'll find out. So Adam
'Cause
Smasher.
I know that in Marvel, like they referenced an SNL skit that had the original Ant-Man. It was like a black dude playing Ant-Man, and they had him in the Ant-Man movie. The actual
Mm.
guy, he's like, "Oh, this is the first person to play Ant-Man on live, like
live action
So,
ever.
yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha.
But like, I thought it was something like that, but I don't know.
So let me see. I think blah, blah, blah. Uncle Al Pratt. So Al Pratt is it just says because he was previously known as Adam Smasher. Adam Smasher's uncle figure and mentor. That's pretty
Right.
much it. He's just an old guy. So
Okay.
he was the original Uncle Al. He was the original Adam Smasher.
Mm.
But I guess it's just in the comics, Al Pratt was the Atom. So, which I guess makes sense, you know. He's the Atom turning small, and then Adam Smasher.
Mm.
Al Pratt, second live action incarnation of the character. Yeah, so basically he's just the uncle, and he's a founding member of the Justice Society of America.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah. So we can like say is like they're like an older team, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, you have 2 veterans and then 2 young people.
mm,
And I don't know if you noticed, but she was I think it was implied that she's Red Tornado's daughter.
really,
Because I saw the Red Tornado. Let's see. Red Tornado. There was a reference to Red Tornado and Black Adam. Because she's fucking Cyclone, right?
mm.
So, despite being the grandmother of Cyclone, Red Tornado, aka Robotic Red Tornado. What? Oh, it's a different version of Red Tornado, I guess. Abigail Hunkle, it says.
So it's like okay.
Oh, that's hilarious. She's the original Red Tornado. Look at this.
What the hell?
Right?
Oh god, you got to
She's
throw up
just-
a photo of that. That's
That's
fucking crazy.
nuts. So it's like literally the fucking golden age, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Justice Society version, I guess.
yeah, straight up because remember they were talking about like Bronze Age and blah blah blah. They were
Right.
talking about that.
Mm.
So how about that?
Okay, that's what's up. I like that. How they all have like a lineage. They all have that
Yeah.
kind of, throwback kind of feel. That's
Mhm.
cool. That's cool. Okay, we'll save that. Okay, so what else did you like about the movie? Like the action was sick.
Yes.
The storytelling was great. I think that's like a lot of like where DC like falls. Like storytelling's ass. Like the character development's usually ass.
Mhm.
Like the CG could use some work, but it was just pretty
Mhm.
good overall.
Mhm.
Where else do they usually fall flat? That they fixed for this one, I believe.
I mean, rewatchability also is a
I
big
would
thing. I would
Definitely
rewatch
watch
it.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, my only not complaint, I guess, but like Sabak, how he's like, so you see how at the end
Mhm.
he becomes the actual demon and stuff.
Right.
But it's kind of like they kind of just Superman him, where it's like, remember how the Justice League just waited for Superman and he just kicked the other guy's ass and that was it. There wasn't really a struggle.
Mhm.
Like he just kind of was like, we're gonna overpower you, and then rips him in half. That was fucking metal, by the way. That
Yeah,
was
that was
metal
pretty-
as
that was pretty lit.
fuck. The way
That
he
was
just
cool.
ripped him in half. But again, like if you can just rip a demon in half, like,
Right. Like, yeah, you would think you would be more immortal than that.
yeah.
He's like,
I
oh.
thought he was gonna have to like Shazam through him or something. You know,
Right,
because remember how he's
yeah,
done
yeah.
that in the comics and stuff.
Definitely.
I thought he was gonna be like, oh Shazam, and then turn him back
he's
into a
gonna
regular
reform
human.
into one and then come back. He just like that was it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
So-
a way for him to maybe come back later because like a lot of superhero movies have that issue with like killing off like villains.
Mhm.
So maybe
He's a demon though, so
He's a
you can
demon,
you
come
can even
back.
say, "Oh, you just destroyed my mortal form.
Right.
I can never truly die or whatever."
Mhm.
So
Okay. So
he's. I mean, again, he's not gone forever, but also, so okay, now critiques at least. So
okay.
the editing was really fast. Like it was a little too fast at some
Mm.
points. Like even though the movie was 2 hours long, there were still times where I'm like, just take a breath, because they were like,
right.
I don't understand that reference. Oh well, it's this. Oh okay then, and it was like
Okay.
when I could have taken like a really, and then like
Like a breath.
all right then, yeah, like just a
Okay.
breath in between the sentences. But it kind of seemed like someone was clipping out all the extra like
Right.
pauses.
Human elements, yeah.
Yes.
So
Like if
I
we
don't
cut
know.
the podcast like that, it would just sound like this. You know,
yeah, it's not a reel. It's not a fucking like TikTok. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Exactly. It's not a reel. They shouldn't have edited it that way. But again,
Yeah.
it was more noticeable in some parts.
Maybe DC had, like had a pacing problem
Mm-hmm.
that like Superman, like he's like walking and then like he sees his mom Martha and then they talk and then it's like maybe they're tired of that. They didn't want that kind of energy. They went for like more of like a James Gunn kind of feel with this one. I feel like you know
With all the slow mo.
with all the team and like colors and like music wise.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
love
get
the
you, I get
music, but like it was like better than like what they've had before.
Yeah.
And the beginning had like a Zack Snyder kind of feel with the whole like
dark
ancient empire kind of thing when they
Yeah.
like throw the guy. Yeah, it kind of has that kind
300
of
or
feel.
whatever.
I feel like they're really pulling from like past directors and like past tropes that we've seen. Like so another critique kind of like I've noticed was like, you know, a lot of people notice this is like it has like an Ant-Man feel. It has like a Deadpool feel. It has like a we've seen these kind of characters before, like Doctor Strange or Black Panther, that they kind of modeled these characters after.
I want to say where would it have a Deadpool feel though? You get me? Because just because the mask looks
The
like that,
eyes and like the character is kind of like just funny, goofy.
because
He didn't really
he's
do
a
anything
comic
besides
relief.
that. Yeah, he's comic relief.
That's what
Yeah,
he
for
is.
sure.
That's technically a trope. He's a comic relief
Mhm.
because he's young and inexperienced, right? But he has like the power, which is pretty badass.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
fucking smashes down Adam, and then he's like, oh, you want me to hold him here, right? And it's
Mhm.
like that was pretty cool. Even when
Right.
he's banging around the demon for a bit,
Yeah, I think it's good. I think
Yeah.
it's cool. Like
solid.
because
movie.
since the beginning, these like comic books have been like referencing each other, taking each other's character tropes, like
Mhm.
you know, doing that. So it's like that's finally translating to the TV, like you know, to
The big screen.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like, of course it was gonna happen because like there's only so many character powers. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like fly, invisibility.
yeah. Like how many
you know,
times can a guy get
durability,
big or whatever,
get
be super
big,
strong?
yeah, fly. You know.
Yeah.
Same powers, but you know, just it's about character. You know.
It's about drive. It's about power. You know, stay hungry, we
Goddamn.
devour.
You got the like his little eyebrow meme right here.
Yeah. It's just basically. The other problem is, huh?
You turn off the AC.
You gonna turn off the
Fucking
AC?
cold.
This man's cold. All right, go turn off
Holy
the AC.
shit! Now you turn it off.
Just fucking crawl over there and open it up and click the power button. But I'll keep talking while you do that. But the kid was annoying as fuck. Like, the kid was so fucking stupid. Yes, straight up, easily the worst character. Like, even the way he tried to inspire people, he wasn't like, everybody, we have to do. It was like, everybody, we have to do this for our country.
Right.
Don't you understand? Like, his delivery was
Yeah.
dog shit. And again, that might just be the actor, but they've
Yeah.
had young actors act better than him.
Yeah.
Like, it was just dog shit. Did nobody see him go, guys, we have to believe in our country. Don't you understand? And it's like, that's it.
Jay-Z Dynasty sign.
Exactly. Like, he
was
could
it
have been
Illuminati sign.
I know.
In the 2000s.
He could have been like, hey, come on, everyone. Like that, like something.
Yeah.
Some fucking
I hate
form of
when
emotion.
movies try to like it's kind of forcing a connection with the audience.
Yes.
It's like it's really cringy. Like it's like like yeah, like oh I get it, you know, fight back for your people, but like don't do it that way. Do it more like all right, they started rioting out of nowhere. You know, like you're gonna see these fucking things, you're gonna want to fight back. You know,
Yeah,
women and children and like you know people that are sick or hurt or are gonna old people are gonna run.
Yeah.
You know, the men gotta fucking do something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck? You're not just gonna stand there and like oh
Come
fucking
on,
skeleton.
everybody.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm gonna fight that fucking skeleton.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen to Walter, man. You know,
Fight the
he'd
skeleton.
be up there being like, "Come on, fucking y'all bitches, let's fucking do this," and they'd be like, "Yeah," and that would still be a better delivery than the fucking
Yeah, and the kid.
guys.
Conduct.
Come on, fuck. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
If he was just like for conduct, you know, that like something like more, you know,
Wakanda forever.
yeah, Wakanda.
Yeah. Conduct forever. And they're like, that's
Conduct.
taken.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why they
exactly.
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
funny as
much.
shit.
But no, it was just he was just the worst character straight up, like
Okay.
easily.
What? Okay, defend your 7.5, and I'll defend my 8.5.
Well, okay, like again, I said it's 7.5 because it is a very solid movie, but the whole like The Rock wasn't really acting like Black Adam in the comics. He was kind of acting like I am a robot who has never been around humans before. Like what the fuck was that with him just smashing through walls because he could? I feel like that was really stupid. Because do you have doors? Of course. That's how we went through. It's like, then you know what a fucking door is, idiot. Just smash through the wall.
That's true. Just because he could.
Yeah.
Just be a dick.
Yeah. He was like, He saw the door. That's the other thing. He saw the door with the kid and he's like, move. So he understands it's a door.
Right.
So why the fuck is he just like, I'm completely retarded. Teach me the ways.
I believe that because like in the comics, he's like a great leader. He's like Dr. Doom of like, you know, he's hyper intelligent. He's fucking super powerful. Like he has the wisdom of Solomon. And like he's a great leader. Like he knows don't destroy your fucking people's land.
Yes. But he's like, this is no longer my land. It's like, no, idiot. It's not how it works. You can't just be like, well, I don't like it anymore, so I get to leave. Like, if you're supposedly the champion, you know, be the champion.
Yeah.
But again, they like.
Why have them destroy the fucking the place where you're supposed to sit? Like, why destroy that? Like,
because he was destroying the symbol.
Yeah,
so he's like, I don't need. Yeah, again,
it's the comic, symbolism. He's supposed to sit on the throne and be a great ruler. You know what I mean? Not just destroy the shit.
Yeah, the ending makes no sense because. He's like Sinestro in that he believes in absolute justice and in protecting his people, but he can overprotect as well and become a tyrant, and like shut off people from the world.
Which I don't think he's like that in the comics.
Yeah, in the comics, that's what I'm saying. That's what he's like in the comics.
Oh, okay.
Because I've read so many times where he's like Superman, do not even think of intervening in Kandaki airspace, blah blah, and like. If you fly in here, I will destroy it, you know? And he does not care.
That he'll destroy his own land?
No, sorry. He will destroy like the airplanes or anyone passing by through Kandak airspace. Like it's a whole thing in the comics, right? Okay. It's like the DMZ. It's like they're North Korea. They're like North Korea, basically. Because he's like, these are my people. I'm going to lead them. And the way I do it is right. I don't care what you say.
Right.
That's what he's supposed to be. Because remember, at worst, he's a villain. At best, he's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's never really like, oh, I'm a champion of no.
Right.
But it's The Rock, and did you know that in his contract, contractually he cannot lose fights?
Really? I know he got that for Fast and the Furious.
That's in his contract. That's why he couldn't lose, and that's why you don't technically see him fighting against Superman. But it's stupid because why the fuck are you jumping the gun to Superman when your main villain, your main enemy is Shazam, or your main rival, let's say.
Right. Yeah.
His main rival is Shazam. Maybe we'll see him in Shazam too, because they kind of already referenced him with the other chair. Remember, they're like, there's an extra empty chair. Wonder who that's for. Black Adam implied, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just a couple of those things that don't. That the editing, the give me a little more Dr. Fate backstory or something, you know, because they were kind of just like, he's here. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, give me a little bit more, you know, because again, I still got attached to him because of how good Pierce Brosnan was acting.
His story, but the people are gonna be like, who's this Doctor Strange motherfucker?
Exactly, and it's like he's the original version. Right. First of all, he's the original. version.
He was before Doctor Strange,
and he's mega nerfed too. Like,
they have to be, to be honest,
of course. But I think they kind of covered that with him being older already, you know, because I'm prime Dr. Fate could fucking smack Sabak's nutsack like nothing, and just be like, okay, bye. But again, he's older, so
why I defend my 8.5 is just, I don't know, maybe it's in relative to the other DC movies that like. I just hate a lot of them.
Okay, what do you rank Shazam then? Just like adjacent, because Shazam for me was like really good. Yeah. That's like a 9 out of 10.
My number one is freaking Zack Snyder Justice League was number one.
Really?
Zack Snyder Justice League, not the original Justice League.
No,
Zack
Snyder I give that one a 9 out of 10 too.
But is it your number one?
It's not.
What's your number one?
Probably Suicide Squad.
The new one? Okay.
One. That one's really good.
That's my number 4 probably.
Really?
Yeah.
That was really good. Well, okay. Now that'll have to be probably another discussion.
Yeah.
But just Shazam, because it's like adjacent. You know, Black Adam.
My top 3. Oh no, Shazam?
That's like, for me, that's like a 9 out of 10.
Shazam,
because it was so good. It was
probably
so
my
funny.
number 5, and then Black Adam's probably my number 3 or number 2.
Okay.
It's just so good. Like it's just
it brought a lot of life back to DC, basically.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it
something they
was-
really needed.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with the Flash and Batman, but like, the
Yeah.
Batman was pretty good. That's probably my
Well,
number.
the Batman.
Batman was
The
fucking
Batman
solid as
is
fuck.
number one. Straight
Really?
up.
That's your number
Yes.
one? Oh, okay.
I watched it twice in theaters,
Really?
dude.
Theater?
Sat through it
Fuck,
3
3
hours. It
hours?
was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 and then the fucking
Super sick.
tire. Oh,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
chase sequence.
Really
10 out
sick.
of 10.
I'm
10 out
excited.
of fucking 10.
And Joker's probably like number 6, somewhere around there. Joker's
Yeah.
sick. It's just that those are independent stories, though.
Yeah,
So,
I get
but,
that
like,
too. I get
You know,
that
they
too.
could experiment, and they did great. They did
Yeah.
really good. They
Yes.
need to do
Joker
more
was
of
very
that,
good too.
for sure. Who directed this? Who directed Black Adam?
So Black Adam was directed by
Steven Spielberg. No, just kidding.
someone Colette Serra.
Never met him. but
Jum
He's like
Serra.
from like some Arab. Like he looks
Spain.
Spanish?
Spanish,
He's not,
known
like,
for
Spanish.
horror movies and psychological thrillers.
Oh fuck
He was
yeah.
born in Spain, moved to LA when he was 18.
That's
He
super
directed
surprising.
Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
Look at that. 92% on
that's
Jungle
pretty good.
Cruise. So I think his highest score.
He
directed-
knows The Rock. Okay.
Okay, so he directed House of Wax, Orphan,
House of Wax sick.
Unknown, Anna, Hooked Up, I don't know what that is, Nonstop, Eden, Run All Night, Curve, The Shallows, Commuter, Horizon, Jungle Cruise, Black Adam. Jungle Cruise was, well,
That's
okay.
pretty good.
Orphan was the first one that was actually certified fresh by or upright by people.
Mm.
It's not certified fresh technically.
House of Wax is one of my
The
favorite.
Shallows.
Shallows.
Let me see. Yeah, House of
Yeah.
Wax.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's super old.
It's one of my
2005.
favorites. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking great.
The Shallows is from 2016, so that's a while ago.
Was that about sharks?
I think so, yeah. But Black Adam and Jungle Cruise are pretty much the two that are like
Mm,
actually
nice.
audience wise, they're good. Like Horizon Light, 21%, 40, 59, 26, 56, 24, 63, 12, 38, 55.
Mm.
Not exactly a crazy track record yet.
Okay.
Until Jungle Cruise. But again, it's like a Disney thing, so they can just be like, here you go.
Here's money.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock.
Straight up.
Yeah, of course you're gonna get like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have The Rock and you have British Lady. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. That's how you make a good movie in Hollywood, or a freaking well-rated movie in Hollywood.
Yeah,
at
you get
least.
either The Rock or what's the short guy called?
What's his name? Kevin Hart
Or Kevin Hart. Or both.
and both.
But yeah, overall Black Adam, very good. I'll
Pretty-
watch it again.
pretty
Give it a
fucking
solid
solid.
7.5 for me.
Yeah.
Do you really think it's an 8.5 though?
I'll give it. I'll knock it down to an 8 because yeah,
Okay.
those issues you were bringing up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could have been cleaned up.
yeah.
But again, like
and this mine's in reference to the rest of DC.
yeah,
Like
I
there's
get
so
that.
much stinkers compared. Like
I get
I
that.
don't know,
What do you think is the worst one besides Suicide Squad? Like the first one. What do you think is the worst one?
The worst. Did you watch Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh, that was the worst. Yeah,
pretty
That
bad.
was pretty fucking bad.
And then I
The-
don't
dude,
like Aquaman either.
I could tell they were I could tell that they were fucking mannequins when she rolled to pick them up, dude. I could tell.
Oh shit.
That was pretty
They
fucking
make so much bad
bad.
movies. That's so sad.
Yeah, and then they wasted the CGI on Cheetah and stuff, and it was just.
And it's Christian Wiig. Why cast Christian Wiig? Like she's a comedian.
I
Like, why is she
don't
trying to be a serious
know.
actor? That's my.
Well, because
what's
she's
it?
done serious acting before,
Really?
but like this was
Mm.
not.
But like
the kind.
rom coms kind of thing.
No. She
No?
had one with like Bill Hader, how they were like twins and something like
Yeah,
that. and it
okay, I
was a
remember
little
that.
more-
I think. Another thing about this movie is like The Rock.
Black Adam.
Okay,
Hmm?
so he's never. I feel like he's never like he's acted like, but like serious roles.
Mhm.
This is his first like I have to be a fucking actor role. You know what I mean? Like because to bring Black Adam to life, you have to be a fucking like strong-willed person. You know what I mean? And he's like there's
He's
smirks
just-
and there's little comedy
No.
parts.
It's not even that. It's just that
I was never like fearing him.
his
you
acting
know what I mean?
is flat. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
never imposing.
He's never
just
imposing, yeah.
flat.
Mhm.
It's like I am a robot. I do not know what is going on. It has been 5,000
Right.
years. Like that. That's what the acting felt
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
rather than like my people need me. Like
Right.
like fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing a better job
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Just being like my people need me.
Yeah.
I have to lead them,
right.
regardless what anyone says. You know, and like maybe falling more in line with the
Boom.
propaganda of like I am the leader.
You should have
and
played
stuff.
Injustice for like an
Yes.
hour.
Oh,
like
straight up.
that's the most perfect.
Injustice, Black
it's,
Adam.
like fucking amazing, dude.
But
Yeah.
it was also cool when fucking Dr. Fate did the Injustice thing when he was
Yeah,
like
the little like the thing.
doom the ank
Ah,
and then just
yeah.
slammed through him. They're like,
That shit was
"Ah."
so sick.
Uh,
That's
so
awesome.
good.
Yeah, I'd watch it again. Just
I'd
for
watch that over and over again, just fucking on loop. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Black Adam.
dude.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good movie.
Closing thoughts?
Go watch it, man.
Go watch it.
Go
Yeah, go watch
watch
Black Adam
Black Adam.
overall. very good. And again, like we said, spoiler alert. So if you're at this point, it's too late. But yeah, really good.
This has been Payday.